So here's what our screen looked like when I last stopped that last quiz. And I can go ahead and hit next. And it'll show the updated score, which of course everyone got wrong. And at any point in time, I can end this quiz. So I'm going to go ahead and hit end quiz. And once you end the quiz, you can go to the feedback and results section. Or you can just close it out, leave page. And I'm going to go ahead and close this video page with that song. And here we are back to our main Kahoot. It says My Kahoots. Now the next thing I want to show you is how to use other public Kahoots. So here's the tab that has public Kahoots that are shared out there on all of Kahoot's community. And you can look up here. You can find most popular, trending near you, top Kahooters. I like to look at top Kahooters because it really allows you to see some really good best practices. And I think it's important to note that there are so many. Here's social change, post-test, end of the year life science study, Cinco de Mayo. You can really use this tool for any type of similar triangles, for any type of subject or content area. You just have to really be creative with the question, the way you ask questions, and the way you kind of look for misconceptions. I've seen it used for music class. I've seen it used in any range of academic material. So I'm going to go ahead to this area and formula user. And you can always preview. If I click this button, it'll give me an idea of how many questions, how many times it's been played, favorited, etc. And I can look down here and see the questions, how many seconds. I can show the answers that this teacher or administrator has given for his different students to use. I'll hide the answers. And you'll notice here, one of the best practices is this. I would imagine this teacher probably is some type of a baseball fan and uses and probably talks about baseball with his students and uses these kind of questions just to pepper in some attention-grabbing, kind of interest-heightening questions. This is a question about a baseball player that recently got caught using steroids to just kind of keep things light and fun. But if I want to go ahead and say, I'm going to duplicate this user's, I'm going to go back one, and next to, let's say I want to, this is a great way to not have to reinvent the wheel. So I can duplicate the area formulas quiz created by Mr. Lewis. And I'm going to go ahead and hit continue editing. You can see here's the question that he's asked. I can jump ahead if I didn't like that question 4 where they have the picture of the user who was, I'm sorry, of the baseball player who was using steroids. If I want to get rid of that, I'll go ahead and delete that question. And now I'm back to 17 questions instead of 18. And let's also say that I decide question number 2 shouldn't be 30 seconds long. My students are going to need a little extra time. I want to make it a 90-second question. So I'll save and continue. And save and continue again. I'm done with making my corrections. You can see here the tags that were put in by Mr. Lewis. He gave it his own description. I'll hit save and continue. The last thing I'm going to want to do is edit this so that when my students see it, they might not know that it's a duplicate. I'll change it to area formulas Mr. Math Wizard 1. Okay? And we'll hit done. And now we'll go ahead and play this. Classic, here's the name, classic mode. And we'll just log in with one player so you can see the end user experience. There's the code I'll have to put in. And first of all, here's, turn it down a little. This is a picture of the intro, I'm sorry, a video of the intro video that'll be playing as users log in. So let me put in 372637, 372637, and I hit enter, and I call myself player 3 laptop. It tells me I'm in. Over here from the admin side, I'll go ahead and start it. 17 questions. Are you ready? There's my background image of Einstein. And the first question, which is the correct equation to find the area of this parallelogram? Of course, I'll go back and hopefully my Safari is loaded. Here are the different options. Looking back here at the question for the class. And one thing I didn't note before was that if there's only one user in the game, if I make a selection, it will stop before there were still 12 seconds left, and it will cut the question off as soon as all the players in the game have responded.